Hey guys, it's Greg with By the Bootstraps, btbootstraps.com. We recently had a death in the family. Great guy by the name of Bill Bronson. Full name is William L. Bronson. Served in the United States Air Force for 20 years, from 1950 to 1970s. He served during the Korean War, served during some of the Cold War, served during Vietnam. Well, most of Vietnam. But dude was an amazing man, did amazing things. You know, left the military, went on to have a pretty good career as an electrician, and retired. He had some medical issues, and he passed away on the 12th of January. But I reached out to the groups that I'm part of on Facebook and was asking them, hey, what would be a good organization that we could donate to? He believed very highly in donating to veterans causes. He also donated to first responders, primarily veterans, though, because that's where he came from. And so I was like, okay, to honor him, he left his sizable sum of money that he wanted to be donated to, and it was like, okay, where could we send this money to? He had reached out to the Wounded Warrior Project in the past, and looking at their record of how much they actually donate versus how much money they keep for their overhead, it was an abysmal figure. And so I reached out to the groups to see, who could we donate to in our area that would benefit the most. And I gotta say, you guys really stepped up with a lot of information. I mean, some of them I knew, such as like the Fisher House or that Gary Sinsa Foundation and things like that. I mean, I knew about those. I've looked at a couple other ones, but they were more like they weren't in his area per se. And we had a lot of people respond, a lot of positive feedback. And I just want to say, thank you guys so much for your input. I'll pass that information along to the families and see what we can do about that. I make no promises to anyone because I don't know what they're going to decide on and settle on. I mean, he's not my family; he's my wife's grandfather. But I really appreciate the feedback. That's really great to hear. Some of these foundations. I mean, there's so many various different ones out there, and I don't have time to research every one of them. But I want to make sure that if we're giving money to these foundations, that they're actually going to do what they say they do, not like the Wounded Warrior Project. And that's great. I mean, I checked up some of them in Utah, not Utah, but Colorado, which is where he lived. He's going to be buried actually at Fort Logan. And there's some good ones out there. Like their overhead is really low. Their percentage rate is like 80, 85, 90% of all their donations go to the causes that they say. And so I'll be looking into those. If you guys have any more recommendations though, let me know. I mean, if you're in the Colorado area, by all means, that would probably be better because that's closer to where he lives and where the rest of the family lives. But if there's like a foundation that you guys know of that is even like more involved, let me know. Comment below, let me know. We'll check into them. We'll see what we can find. And it's just, again, thank you so much for the feedback. It really helps out, especially during this time when we're trying to figure out all the situations for, when he's going to be buried, who's going to take care of it, how are we going to get there, and things like that. So I really appreciate all the feedback. So like I said, comment below, let me know what you guys have for us, and I'll look into it. Talk to you guys later.